right, I want to talk about two really toxic behaviors that I see. Now, as a men's coach, I see them in women. I'm sure you see them in men. I think we're going to be on the same page. And it's every time I get upset, I end the relationship.
Okay, yeah.
And then when there is a risk of the relationship ending, the threatening to kill myself.
Oh, God, yeah.
These are manipulative, toxic behaviors.
Absolutely.
And what I'm going to say is on the first one, can a relationship end and can you get back together and kind of have a version 2.0? I think that can happen. I think we all hit walls.
Yeah.
Talking about once. But if it is 2, 3,
Right.
4, or that's the go-to.
It's just easier to do that than deal with the issues. Then you're not
and that
regulating your own emotions.
Be done with it.
Yeah.
And guys, but I love her. No, she's abusive and toxic. Okay.
Right.
And ladies,
And the other
if
way
he's
around.
doing it, it's the same thing. Don't waste your time with him.
It's a manipulation tactic.
Yeah.
Here, plain and simple.
It's a power manipulation tactic. And so it's like because they know they have the power because you keep saying yes when they come back.
Yeah.
The second, the threatening to kill yourself. We know statistically the people who are going to self-eliminate don't typically say anything.
Right.
The majority.
Right.
Exceptions to all rules.
Right.
I want to be very clear, that is never the answer. So let's not, I don't want any misconstruing of that. But, man, if you're having marriage problems and you're looking at divorce and she pulls the I'm going to kill myself, you call 911 and you have her put on a 72-hour hold. And women
Same thing.
be the same thing. Because here's the deal. That gives you an amazing position from a divorce custody standpoint to get an easier 50-50.
And then if they say they're going to do it after you're gone, right? Like if it's the kind of thing where like, well, he won't do it until after I've left. You know what? You can call safety checks.
Yep.
Whatever. You do not have to stick around because someone has said that. In fact, it's a good idea to not stick around when someone says that.
It's the only thing that is more toxic and manipulative than ending the relationship and then coming back and using that as a technique.
What it does is it makes you responsible for their entire health and well-being.
Right.
You know, and no one is responsible for their decisions but them.
Yeah, and so you think about it. If there's a couple of 72-hour holds for mental illness, we're not even discussing the fact they may have mental illness. We're just talking about the threat. You should in almost every state be able to get 50-50. It might position you to get majority custody or 100%. Again, I see this more with women, but I know there's men who do it too.
There's usually a lot of other red flags with both.
Yes.
When there's a lot of other things that go along with that. That's tends to be like a last resort type thing. So there's been things that maybe have been ignored up until then.
Exactly. So if you need to get help for your mental health, get it. Never ever threaten self-elimination as a means of maintaining a relationship, getting someone to stay, any of that. And two, if somebody is doing that, man or woman, get them committed. You might even, then say, I fear for my life and my kids' lives, and get a restraining order. If you're gonna, because you're gonna end up divorced 99.99% of the times in these situations. You're already having a lot of other issues because this is just the I'm trying to keep you from leaving move, typically. So use what is at the tools that are available and the opportunity given to get a more favorable divorce, whichever person's on the receiving end of this kind of bad behavior. Anything else?
No.
All right, guys. Have a good one.